Releasing dopamine, dopamine.
What's up guys, boss and skimming in the building, like, comment and subscribe. Wagwan peeps, and we there with another. But as usual guys, right before we get tonight, remember to like, comment, share and subscribe because it really helps out your Jamaican YouTuber for sure. But anyway peeps, no more itching, right into it. Alright peeps, so this clip that I'm about to play is pretty much from TVJ, big up TVJ, and make we get right tonight now.
Exercise extreme caution, a warning to card users as banks are reporting a re-emergence of debit and credit card scams. The warning from the Jamaica Bankers Association comes after several voice notes were circulated at the weekend. Giovanni Dennis has this report.
I have one sitting there, one grabber. I would have one sitting like a machine or you swipe a card, but not so big, I want to look a small machine like.
A leaked voice note apparently describing how fraudsters are cloning credit and debit cards of unsuspecting users.
Say as an example, somebody give them card for buy gas or sitting off of it. If you can run it through a grabber, if a $1 million they have in an account, a grabber pick up the information and go build a different card off of it and get the whole $1 million out of account and would have split it like 50-50 for me and you.
This grabber scam being described is nothing new. Rory Ebanks is Director of IT Security at Simtai Consulting.
So the grabber is pretty much that's a Jamaican term, but in essence it's called skimming. So it's skimming the card, and what that does is copy the information that's on the card.
Jerome Smalling is President of the Jamaica Bankers Association.
It's referred to as a card reader. It's programmed to copy the information that is embedded on your magnetic strip.
And while we can't independently verify these voice notes, persons are reporting being caught by this grabber or card cloning scam.
It happened to me. The bank called me on Wednesday to notify me. So they moved every dollar of my salary.
Well, they cleared out my account at Scotia Bank and they made an attempt on my NCB account. Also, a day later, NCB managed to block them.
In fact, banks are reporting an increase in this and other scams.
Well, a number of banks are actually reporting an increase in fraudulent activities, including electronic fraud.
The increase comes after a TVJ report last week in which the police were warning consumers to brace for a spike in similar crimes. He didn't provide details of the scale of the increase, but Mr. Smalling noted that discussions are ongoing with the security apparatus to curb the re-emergence of card cloning scams.
We had a meeting with the Ministry of National Security. They are also aware of it. They have heightened they've beefed up their team in terms of investigating these activities. A lot of the knowledge and expertise in terms of skimming is coming out of Eastern Europe.
In the meantime, card users are being urged to be vigilant, especially at remote ATMs and places like gas stations.
Some persons may just give the attendant the card and they enter the information. But when you give that attendant to their card, sometimes they even go inside the gas station and you don't know what they're doing.
Ensure that the card does not leave your sight, so do not allow people to go away with your card. I'm not suggesting that you should mistrust everybody that you come up against, but just to protect yourself, you need to ensure that you're watching the transaction, you're looking at the person inserting or swiping the card, and that you are protecting your PIN.
Giovanni Dennis, TVJ News.
Alright peeps, so here's pretty much a short voice note of one of the victims that got scammed through the whole grabber procedure.
My account at Scotia Bank and they made an attempt on my NCB account. Also, a day later, NCB managed to block them, but lazy Scotia make the people them clean out your account to just about $813 left in there. They were that kind to leave, I guess, GCT or I don't know, some fees, probably can pay some fees for the year or something. Yeah, they left me the $813 on Scotia account, which was the main account. Yeah. And Scotia Bank is wonderfully telling me, hey, probably can take up 220 days for investigation. So, well, let me not say it. I will keep quiet. But yes, it's a real thing, and persons are getting hit hard. One suspicious machine, ATM machine that might have been hit is the Sagicor ATM machine in Fairview. That seems to be one of the machines that have been compromised. I don't know if there are any other. You mentioned, as Jordan mentioned, the NCB inside a Mega Mart. Anything is possible. So I don't know what we're supposed to do now, because of course it is difficult for us all to go line up at the bank, especially in this COVID time, to join a line inside the bank. We went to the bank this morning, not this morning, yesterday morning at 6:30. 6:30 in the morning, and there are probably about 20 persons at Scotiabank, and I had about 10 for customer service at NCB, and about 20 persons for the tellers at NCB. So that's how early I have to go bank now. I forgot join line like them back in them visa days. Yeah, this thing is real. It is scary, and to tell the truth, none of us even really know what to do. Okay, skip from one machine and then probably pick it up somewhere else. You don't even know what to do.
So alright peeps, the next video that I'm about to play is pretty much Dean from the fraud unit at NCB, and he will pretty much just teach you guys how to protect yourself and how to check the machine so you don't get scammed. Alright? At the ATM, that is.
This is Dean from NCB Fraud Prevention Unit, and what I'm about to explain is how customer debit and credit card are normally compromised at an ATM. This is not an issue that is unique to NCB. This is a global problem where fraudsters would normally go and capture customer debit and credit card information at an ATM. We here at NCB take our customer security seriously. So what we are doing is being proactive and let the customer be aware of what is going on in the debit and credit card fraud industry so they can protect themselves as best as possible. What the fraudster would normally do to capture customer information at an ATM is 1. Affix a card reader, 2. A keypad overlay to capture the PIN, or 3. A peephole camera. There are several types of card reader out there in the market that they will use to capture customer card information. This one is, in my hand, is what we refer to as an oval shaped card reader. You'll see they put the two-sided tape so it fits on the ATM, and there are a lot of aesthetics devices that they'll use to capture the customer PIN information. They'll go and they'll affix it on the ATM. It fits neatly and it go undetected to the unaware customer. But what we're advising customers to do is, once you go inside the ATM to insert your card, you just apply pressure to the card reader. If it moves or show any sign of tampering, it means that something is wrong with that ATM. What we want you to do is to contact the bank and advise us of those irregularities. This in my hand is what we refer to as an insert. It is the latest card capturing device that is out in the market. It fits neatly in the throat of the ATM. What we advise customers to do is to use their finger or their card to see if there's any movement in the throat at the ATM. Once there's any movement along the throat, then you know something is wrong with that card reader. What the fraudsters also need to capture customer PIN information is what we refer to as a keypad overlay. The keypad overlay fits neatly over the genuine keypad, so once the customer go and enter their PIN, it will capture the customer information. But what we advise customers to do is to use their finger or their card or any device that is available to them to just check the keypad to see if any devices are fixed above the PIN pad to capture their information. What they'll also use as well is what we refer to as a peephole camera. The peephole camera is used to capture the customer PIN. It fits neatly above the keypad. So what we advise our customers to check to see if any device is installed above the keypad overlay to capture their PIN. There are several types of people cameras that they'll normally use to capture customer information. This in my hand is another type that they'll use, and they'll fit it somewhere on the machine close to the keypad where they can capture the customer PIN information. This also is another type of people camera that they'll use to capture the customer PIN information. This one is another type of people camera that they'll affix in the roof of the ATM to capture the customer PIN information. What we advise customers to do though is to cover their PIN in instances like those, or to check to see if there's a keypad overlay installed to capture the PIN information. Another type of card reader that is out there, this one goes with the L-shaped machine. The one that was shown earlier is the oval shaped card reader. This one fits neatly on the machine, but just as with the oval shape, we want customers to apply pressure to the card reader, and if it moves or shakes or show any sign of tampering, contact the bank. Something might be wrong with that machine. This in my hand is what we refer to as a skimmer. This is more popular at nightclubs, restaurants, or anywhere where customers go to do their normal day-to-day transaction. What will happen is that the cashier or the pump attendant will quickly swipe the card through the skimmer. The skimmer can hold up to 1,000 debit or credit card information at any one point in time. Then what the fraudster will do is download the information that is stored on the skimmer to a computer, then to a reader writer, and the information can be written on any magnetic strip. So it doesn't have to be a genuine card that is issued from the bank. It can be a blank plastic. So if you're about to tender your credit card or debit card at a merchant and the point of sale machine is not visible to you, where you're seeing where the card is being swiped, we advise you not to do so, because what that facilitates is the easy skimming of your credit card information. Ensure that all times your debit or credit card is visible to you. It must always remain in sight. What I'll also advise customers to do is to, whether you're at an ATM or at a merchant using a point of sale, once you're about to enter your PIN, ensure that the PIN pad or the keypad is covered so your PIN is protected. Customers who believe that their cards might have been compromised should immediately contact our customer care center at 1888 NCB first to have the card restricted. We also want the customer to visit the nearest NCB branch to lodge a formal complaint. If customers find any of the devices that were pointed out earlier during the presentation, we want you to contact our customer care center or the nearest police station to advise us of your findings.
Alright peeps, here's my input on the whole matter. Be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. You have some wicked and thieving people out there. You know what I mean? You see how the man them a move? Skimmer. One little something other, aka grabber. We clone your thing. So pretty much when you got the ATM, you have to go do all of that what you just seen in the video. To ensure that's a whole work, brother. The people them probably see in there and wonder if you a thief something. Cause you have to go check where the card insert, you have to check where the camera there, you have to look up, you have to check the mouthpiece, you have to check the keyboard. Holy power that you know. Then when you go to the gas station or so, make sure so the card, whosoever run your card have the card machine in front of you. Don't give them the card and let them go inside, because them can just run it through the grabber and I eat that for you. Pretty much. You know? Chano. Yo. Worse in a them time, yeah. Yo, what? The people them who do them thing, why would not go look work? Or find some other way. You know have to do this, you know. You know how people have to work for their money? And then you just come now with your thieving self. Run card through people thing. That not right, my friend. That not right. You know what I mean? Me not rate that. You know? So, one little thing there up at the side right, so I'm put up peeps. It pretty much as when you go in at the ATM, just push cancel twice, and after you done check everything, push cancel twice. And before you actually use the ATM, and I say is a fix, you know. But you know what I mean? They're just saying that push cancel 2 times. You may never know, because them scammers or these people who are doing these things, they are very slick. You know what I mean? I'm angry, man. And the worst time to do this, them done the man account, rags it out. Yo, them man on a ramp now, so you can't trust nobody. Might as well just go weird. Got the bank, I grab out the whole of money and save it away hard, like China man. You know what I mean? Or go back to the old time days as them say and giant line. No, but nobody have no time for that now. Now you can't trust nobody. You're rough though. But make sure you do all of them stuff there and protect yourself. And guys, if you don't see any little funny thing, call the police or call the bank and let them know what's going on. Alright peeps? So stay vigilant, stay safe, you and your family throughout this COVID time, and may I pray for all of the people them who was impacted by this, who get robbed, and I really hope the bank and the JDF or JCF or government can fix this issue, because now is not the time, you know what I mean? But anyway peeps, thanks for watching. Comment down below and let me know what you think about the whole matter. Thanks for watching, and just go and journey with your boy. Ah, shoo!
Yes,